Hi everybody, I am coming to you live with a Sarah C. Poetry video from one of my favorite places here in South Florida. I just want to take a minute to show you around. And that's not to brag or be all proud that I'm here. It's just to make you feel like you're here with me just for a minute. So yeah, this is one of my happy places. And so it makes me want to ask you guys, what is your favorite happy place? Or at least one of them, because if you're like me, you might have more than one happy place. See, every time I say that question, what is your happy place, I think of that funny scene in Happy Gilmore where he imagines his happy place and it's that hot chick delivering beer to him and his grandma is winning the lottery and she's throwing the money up in the air. I mean, it's so ridiculous. But yes, every time I say that, that's what I think. But for real though, what is your happy place? For me, this is one of my happy places. It's warm here, it's beautiful, and probably the best part is that I get to be here with my family. We get to relax together and have fun making memories together. Do you think a place is happier when it's filled with the people that you love the most? The poem I chose to share tonight is called Dwelling Place. It describes the ultimate happy place. But before I share it, though, I'm going to try for something new. I'm going to try something different and ask you guys to join me, like our audience participation time. I want you to think of what you would call your happy place. And then I'm going to read some statements. And if you agree with them, click the like button. Yes, you can click the like button several times. And yes, you can do this if you're watching hours later or days later, even years after this video is done. You can do that. So yes, click the like button if you agree with these statements about your happy place. Here's the first one. My happy place that I'm imagining tugs at my heart and makes me want to be there. Next question. I feel safe and secure in my happy place. My happy place is beautiful. My happy place makes me feel like I belong, like I was made to be there. Next question. My happy place allows me to relax and refocus. Next statement. My happy place causes me to consider new ideas or gain wisdom. Makes me think deeply. Next question. After being in my happy place, I emerge as a better person. And then the last question, and this might be different if you're an introvert or an extrovert. I have at least one person I'd like to be with me in my happy place. So yeah, thanks again for those of you who are willing to share your thoughts with me. And yes, you can still go back and answer it again if you haven't. I just wanted to try something different. So the thing that's interesting about me doing these videos is that and sharing my poems with you, is that it causes me to really think deeply about what I wrote. Oftentimes, I'm seeing my poems more deeply than I even intended. I think it's God's way of saying, this is what you need in your life right at this moment. See, originally I thought this poem was based on Psalm 91, a psalm about dwelling in the shelter of the Most High and resting in His shadow. But as I'm looking more at what I wrote, I realize it's even more than that. It's a declaration that I'm choosing to know God and spend time with Him. It's saying that He is the ultimate happy place. So the last few weeks, I've talked about distractions and wasted time and how to keep on the narrow path of purpose. The remedy I'm discovering is to refocus our eyes on what and ultimately who truly matters. And so having a good relationship with God should invoke the same feelings in us as being in our happy place. When I see God for who He truly is, it should cause me to want to be with Him. I feel safe, loved, and secure like I belong. When I'm with Him, sometimes I can just refocus and I can gain wisdom. See, those questions and statements that I said before can be asked again in light of our relationship with God. So, in a minute, you can go back and re-listen to those list of questions and ask yourself, and ask myself, instead of thinking happy place, substitute my relationship with God. Does that change the way we answer things? A line of my poem says, no holding back. I'm trying to be authentic in these videos, and in the same way, and we all need to be real with God. I'm not going to pretend. Sometimes, or oftentimes, I cry out to him. I even yell at him, or maybe just cry with him about the bad stuff that happens on this messed up earth. It's not always the sort of activity that we'd imagine doing in our happy places. But being real with God, that's where it truly starts. He can handle our doubt. He can handle our frustration. He can handle our longing for this world to just make sense. And he promises to give us wisdom if we ask him. And the cool thing about God is that he also will respond in ways that I can't even fully explain. He sometimes causes me sometimes to read things in the Bible that maybe just coincidentally exactly corresponds with something I'm struggling with or I've been praying about. Sometimes a friend or a pastor will speak wisdom or truth into my life about something that I'm struggling with at just the right moment. It's like God uses them to speak to me. Sometimes I hear a lyric of a song that whispers his words. Sometimes it's seeing his beauty in the earth, or being privileged enough to see a glimpse of how situations actually do come together and work out for good. It's that overall peace that comes with knowing that God is God and that I am not. And that God is still good no matter what. And oh friends, I know that type of daily faith is so difficult at times. It's not easy. But I still choose. And that's what this poem is about. It's about choosing to be with him, because the more I know him, the more I see him move. So with that being said, I'm going to share my poem with you. It's called Dwelling Place. There's a place tugging at my heart, whispering my name. A place of safety, security, belonging, beauty, wondering, wisdom. Where I rest, where I gain strength, where my thoughts are focused on you, you alone. A place where I can disappear, where I end and you begin, to frame my words, my actions, my thoughts, conforming, considering, consulting you. No holding back. Yes, I will choose to dwell in this place with you, you alone.